So then, here we are back again. Let's see about those endings then. I did have a case of a minor breakdown, so we have to redo some of those endings. Okay, we did fight Occur and Nyla leaping into the pit. That's where we left off. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, the recording did break down, so about 10 minutes or so I did, no, a bit less. Let's look at Occur. Now fall motionless to the ground, continues to wear that disconcerting mask. Has his expression from tranquility in the throes of demise. I did check the stone platform. Option locked. Check the slab. The inscription is filled with text in a language unknown to you. When you take it up, you feel as if a hushed voice is whispering directly into your ears. Blood-coated slab. The intelligible writing seems to be telling about a ritual that has something to do with the moon. Summon night gaunts and all your summons get plus 20 speed. That is nice. I wish I knew what we could do here. No. No. Inventory. Create, buried, dominate. Boorish sign. We didn't fight ooze creatures, or did the flying humans count as ooze creatures? Let's do some crafting. Just fast anesthetics. Let's craft this with Maple's medicine. That should be a critical result. Why is it not a critical? Inventory. Oh, because I didn't use this. Okay. Craft. Because I know there's still a fight left. I'm not sure if I can use that, but we will see. Absurdism. Why is that a trigger for absurdism? Nectar. Sedative. Antidote is not anything I can use or really need. Constitution Brawl, don't need that. Chainmail. No, don't need anything more, I think. Now let's destroy the monolith. As you take out the control of the explosive device, you think back to Monto's last note. If we allow the Sketnas to leave the island and infiltrate our world, black blood syndrome will spread like wildfire. To be or not to be? Which do you think I'll choose? Are you ready to make the ultimate sacrifice, even if it means trapping yourself eternally in this forsaken place? Okay, let's destroy that. You glance at Manitou standing beside you, taking a moment to gather your thoughts before proceeding. Berg, can you operate this explosive device? My squad is at your service, sir. Hervek, step up. Plan the explosive on the monolith and ensure it's reduced to rubble. Understood, sir. You'll not be disappointed. With a deafening roar, the monolith bursts under the sound of the detonating explosive device. But just when you thought the situation had been resolved, you noticed that it hasn't completely collapsed. The monolith appears to be shedding its outer shell, gradually revealing an awe-inspiring and eerie statue from within. As the statue fully manifests before you, the sky ruptures, creating a formidable rift. A flood of dark green light interspersed with black droplets pours from the opening, pooling around your feet. The foreboding statue appears to come to life before your eyes. Each flap of his wings numbs your senses further. Your instincts scream at you that if you don't shatter the statue as soon as possible, your existence will cease entirely. Mustering your courage, you heft your weapon, rally your team, and collectively charge toward the menacing statue. Okay, and we are in a fight. Oh, right. And we did autocast Starlight witness your end. Now we create a barrier. Oh, I can also use this. Maybe? It doesn't look like it did anything. Spell, then create barrier. Now use throw. Use the red sign. Did it? Yeah, okay. It did. And okay, we did use this. Now technique. Can we allure? Power hard success. Did it work? Oh, it doesn't look like it. That looks like a lot of damage. Technique. Use or throw. Adjust equipment. Equip to offhand. Use or throw. Eat those pills. Use item. Okay, we did improve on maximum health. Now. Spell Withering. And just equipment. Beasts in Shadow. Okay, Maple will just take it. Throw this at the beast and then attack. We will enhance it with luck and use a weapon attack. New turn. Hidden in Dream, all damage is halved. Great Old One. Evil Filth. Starlight already at 2. And speed has been reduced. Spell. Voorish Sign. Or rather use Throw. Throw. And then spell Withering. Now throw and attack. No. Luck. Use weapon. Go. Ouch. He downed us all, but Maple still has that thing. Use medicine use. Use item. And technique. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. The starlight ended him and sealed him back again. And without the ring, we would have lost that fight. As both the menacing statue and the stubborn monolith break apart into rubble, the rift refuses to mend. Instead, it intensifies, amplifies. The black water, previously trickling down in droplets, now cascades in with a violent fervor. The dark liquid amasses rapidly beneath you, threatening to drown you, I guess. In the midst of chaos, as you frantically search for an escape route, your eyes land on Maninitu. With grim determination, he grasps Ocul's lifeless form, tearing off the mask on his face. Then he turns towards you, offering with a silly smile. In one swift motion, he... Oh, that's so stupid that I can't even go to the history to look at it. As Maninitu presses the mask onto his face, the ominous black flood gradually ceases its relentless gush. From the cracks in the seemingly impenetrable darkness, a glimmer of dark green light begins to twinkle. It intensifies and proliferates, growing in strength and size until it's connected with the mask. The people of Sketnas, both living and dead, begin to disintegrate upon contact with the black water. Their forms distort grotesquely, reshaping into monstrous creatures akin to Ocul. They take to the skies with a dreadful fluttering of wings, circling ominously around the rift. Among them, Maninitu completes his transformation. Eventually, they all fly straight forward into the rift without a single glance backward. Eye of Dark Dimension. When equipped, grants the wearer the spell Implant Fear. After casting the spell, if an enemy has a negative status, consume 3 sanity points to deal 8 spell damage to those. As the last monster soars into it, the rift begins to seal itself, and the team are trapped here, potentially forever. Sir, when can we go home? At last the virus will not be brought to our homeland. Sir Windmill Chaser, in your esteemed opinion, does this count as a good ending? Just as you are considering your next move, 2 hands burst forth from the rift. These hands work to gradually widen the rift. Emerging from it is a monster bearing an uncanny resemblance to what Ocul and Maninitu have been turned into. You can see the faceless monster's gaze upon you. Amidst the silence and fear, a man's voice pierces through. I've made a path for you. Return. Come with me. Haverick. That's all I can do. Heal. Without further hesitation, you and your team rush towards the rift, filling through one by one. Yet, Helene remains stationary. Her fingers are entwined tightly around the creature's hand. Ultimately, there's no choice but to render. Helene unconsciousness and carry her with you through the rift. Thank you. Farewell, good sir. Your absence will indeed cast a shadow of loneliness over my existence. And yet I find myself wondering, doth this qualify as a happy end? A brilliant, blinding light floods your vision as you step through the stone doorway. It's an overpowering luminosity that obscures all else, leaving you momentarily disoriented. As your sight gradually adjusts and the glare subsides, you find yourself in familiar territory the control area. Yet something is amiss. Glancing towards the observation window, you cannot find the monolith at all. You pen down the final sentence and close the notebook. Your investigation of the Moonshade Monolith is now fully documented. When this notebook is opened again in the future, the reader might be your children, your successor, or perhaps even the invisible hand in the next conspiracy. But naturally, that's not something you need to concern yourself with at this moment. Upon leaving the island, you and your team strangely recovered from the Black Blood syndrome after defeating the statue. Regrettably, the Sketnas couldn't escape their destiny in the end, and sometimes you still find yourself reminiscing about Maninitu and his smiles. All plants from the island were eradicated, as they too were found to be a scourge of the Black Blood syndrome. Once again, humanity has thwarted its own path towards self-evolution and self-destruction. Or self-destruction. In yesterday's news, a significant breakthrough has been achieved in the cure for Black Blood syndrome. Meanwhile, Blackfield Corporation has filed for bankruptcy. Conflicts are erupting in fresh territories with new resources waiting to be discovered and exploited. Yet, you find yourself unwilling to dwell on these matters any longer. You plan on visiting the local bar to reconnect with friends you haven't seen in a long while, intending to fill them in on your journey or pints of beer. At the end of your note, you inscribe a cryptic sentence, as if the ghost named Harkins once again manifested in your sight. Sir, is the world faring any better? After more than a month of isolated scrutiny, Helene finally managed to get herself out of Blackfield in one piece. You do, however, wonder about the possibility of Havrick's coordination in it. Upon her resignation, Helene seeks shelter at a nursing home, where, rumor has it, lives Harkin's mother. Uncertain of her mental status, you decide to pay the nursing home a visit. There, Helene gives you a warm welcome, as if you are just some strange visitor she has never met before. Huh? After some conversation, you find in shock that she seems to have lost all recollection of her career in Blackfield and the accident at Greymatterside. Not the worst that could happen, I would say. Now that you're just a new face to your former companion, you don't see any reason to linger here or to reminiscent. Upon departure, you witness a man with a bouquet in his hand coming at her direction from the corner of your eyes. You stride out of the nursing home without a backward glance. Helene has become your partner after the ending is recorded. Okay. Oh, we get an ending for him. You learn from an informant that Berg, just like Monto, was once a hero in wartime. He lost his squad during a mission to cover HQ's retreat. It took Berg more time than you can imagine to regain his memories and sanity. What happened at the site, however, was nothing less devastating to him than watching his teammates fall once more. After concluding his isolated scrutiny, Bird leaves Blackfield at once, turning down every contrary from the other mercenary or security companies. He disposes all of his weapons and volunteers to live a homeless life while roaming around the world. People seldom hear any word from this old man as he wanders about. He is found lying cold on a bench at a remote bus station eventually. When people discover him, there's a calm smile hanging on this veteran's lips. Perhaps he has found true peace in death after all the struggles. Bird has become your partner after the ending is recorded. Moonshade Monolith clear. Let the sun in. Okay. You succeed in escaping the island and destroying Ibom's sculpture. You saved all your friends and teammates, ensuring they live to finish or continue their stories. You stopped the Black Blood syndrome from spreading without new hosts. It's just a matter of time before it dies out. So, we did get the best ending, it seems. Okay. 2 mythical items. No. Load the pit. One of the options is we just take the slab, exit, go to the rift. As you could remember, the rift is quite similar to the one that appeared at the control area. Maybe this can be a way back to grey matter. As if considering your deliberation, the rift begins to react, it starts shrinking. We're missing the last bus if you don't hurry up. Now I get to choose to leave or wait, and we do leave. As you steel yourself to take the leap, you notice Maninitu standing aside, waving you farewell. You sprint towards him and implore him to join you to leave this place of desolation. Maninitu points to the dead and wounded scattered around him. Then he directs your attention towards the rock where the chief of Sketnas has been hit. A smile stretches across his face. He shakes his head at you. Friend, goodbye. With these parting words, he offers a comforting pat on your shoulder, silently urging you to hurry to escape, while you still can. As the rift narrows to the point of closure, the last thing you see is Maninitu still waving goodbye. Upon awakening, you find yourself back in the control area. The monolith has vanished. The only thing left is the rift in midair. The room descends into darkness as you switch the lamp off. You still find no solace from the blackness, but at least insomnia no longer troubles you. An eventful month has passed since you left the grey matter's side. The issue of black blood syndrome has been actively divulged by Blackfield themselves. Maybe they just can't conceal it anymore. The number of reported cases around the world escalates daily. You and your team members have been confirmed to be free of the disease, at least for now. The voice of Harkins has finally ceased its whispering in your ears. As for everything else, you've decided to disengage from it all for a while. The neon-lit city outside doesn't seem to have had any of its brilliance taken away as your worried eyes look through the window. But what will the world see in a month? And after that in 2 months? 3? You fail to wave these questions off as you walk off the bed and shut the curtains close. As you seek to return to your quilt's warm embrace, spectral laughter from the window sends a chill down your spine. It reminds you of Harkin's cackle and Nyla's grin. You swivel your paralyzed body backward. The curtain hangs still there, untouched by winds. What should you do now? Escape the nightmare. You succeeded in escaping the isle, but failed to repel the nightmare. You failed to save all your companions. They are tottering aimlessly in the nightmare. You failed to stop the Black Blood syndrome from spreading. Its shadow shall forever loom over your world. Okay, this was one ending. Now, I wonder if there's an ending if we check, we again grab the slab. Then check the corpse. No. To the rift. We will wait. Action. Let's wait. Okay, we could just then let's destroy the monolith again. And we will fight and we can give up. Give up the battle. Okay. Giving up this battle is not an option for an ending. Okay. This is that ending again. I wonder, probably there's an ending where we leave everyone here. Maybe there's an ending at the mountaintop, confirm. Let's add this back to the mountain pass. Search around. You managed to find something useful, but at the expense of valuable time. Add to the mountaintop. Hidden cave. No. Search here. And we spent again valuable time. I wonder if wasting too much time Potion of Superior Mind. Oh, that's a pretty nice item. Examine the body. Does it? No. Head to the lab in the mountain. Check the lab. To the dark jungle. Head to the beach. There's still locked options. I don't really like that. Okay, head to the spiral stairs down. You cautiously make your way down the stone stairs. Yet at the exit ahead, several tribesmen are standing guard. You can't understand what they say, but a few familiar words in your mother tongue crudely suggest an imminent and crucial ritual about to take place. Be tough, be tactical. Be tactical. Use intelligence. Ingeniously, you manage to convince them that you are captives brought by Manitou to meet the chief. As you pass the guards, they are muttering about sacrifice and chills down your spine. Hopefully, it's just your misunderstanding a result of language barriers. You venture forth through the passage. Ahead, an immense pit awaits you. You are here at the bottom of the pit. Manitou, who has been accompanying you, okay, we are that. Occult joins the reserve team. Check the pit. Turning your flashlight. Yeah, we had that. Okay. Now, is here a possibility? Enter defeat story. Okay, defeat clings to you after a grueling fight against your enemies. The victorious chief, eyeing your prone figure on the battleground, raises his weapon menacingly. In immediate response, Manitou blocks his assault with steadfast spear. Despite your body being marred by numerous injuries, Maninitu continues to his protective stance before you. In the distance, Nyla, freed from her binding and observing the unfolding events with a detached tranquility. Her hands rest nonchalantly in her pockets. Without warning, she retrieves a remote control from her pocket and presses the button. Abruptly, a deafening explosion reverberates overhead. As the rocks are dislodged from their earthly cradle at the mountain peak, they begin a chilling descent towards you. With remarkable... yeah, we had that. Then the tribesmen are hit by rocks. Most of the monsters and tribesmen have... yeah. Okay, this is just again the fight with Okul and Nyla. I thought we would get a defeat thing, but we didn't. What if we do here at a defeat story? Under Okul's immense strength, in the end you were unable to stop them. Very well done, Okul. Now we're just one step away from completion. It's an honor to assist you, Nyla. I keep going. Nyla's reaction made it difficult for Okul to proceed. He lowers his head and once again succumbing to silence. Do you know, Okul, I've never been bothered by your obsession with me. It's only natural for a war-disabled veteran to feel this way about the doctor who cured him before adopting her goal as his own. Okay, happens every day. The fact that her motivation eluded him matters to him not. Nyla walks to Okul. What bothers me is your satisfaction with the static present and your cowardice to move a step ahead. Is it my rejection that you fear? Come on, monster guy, make a move on that girl. Nyla's gentle kiss lands on Okul's masked lips. You served me well. One could not decipher Okul's expression hidden behind the mask. Is it joy, despair, or mere equanimity? I'm grateful to have been able to help you, Dr. Nyla. As I am, Okul. Having said that, Nyla strides to the imposing black monolith. She extends her hands outwards, casting her gaze upwards at the monolith and the dim moon in the night sky. Ibon, I'm here. The earth beneath you trembles with a disproportionate intensity, setting off an arduous ballad between stability and chaos. In the midst of this violent dance, Okul's towering form presents a harrowing spectacle. His colossal body begins to fragment, jetting out streams of black blood like a macabre fountain. As his size diminishes, propelled by the terrifying ebb of life within him, he seems to surrender willingly to the deathly embrace of exhaustion. Okul crumples to the ground. His gaze remains as unyielding as ever. stubbornly fixed on Nyla. Yet she remains stoically indifferent to his plight, her back facing him in silent dismissal. She breathes out a sigh, faint but laden with resignation, before his body dissipates completely into a massive pool of oozing black blood. His sanguinary river is quickly absorbed by the looming shadow of the monolith, swallowed whole without leaving a trace. Suddenly, Harkin's voice cuts through the eerie silence. I don't know she did it, but this woman used the black milk and blood of Ibum as an offering. Seems she's attempting to pilfer something from inside the monolith. His usual tone, rife with scorn and mockery, has been replaced by one imbued with palpable fear. And it seems like she's about to succeed. As if dictated, Nyla also begins to disintegrate right after the last drop of black blood vanishes into the monolith. Her form undergoes a rapid decay, turning into dust that is swept away by a heartless wind. Harkin's voice dwindles into a feeble whisper. But the good news is, it seems like you can finally get rid of me. This ending sucks. Well, it doesn't seem like it's the good ending, so you're quite right, Harkins. He laments just as his voice fades into oblivion. Along with it, you feel the part of him within your body fading away, disappearing without a trace into the unforgiving abyss of lost existence. Suddenly, your surroundings warp and alter once again. You find yourself standing alone in the oppressive darkness, a dark green path stretching out ahead. I had intended to let you perish on this island, a fitting end for a fool. Nyla's voice, cold as winter frost, envelops you from all sides. You can hear it, see it, smell it, even touch its essence in the blackness around you. But now I see a new possibility in this drop of life water. Perhaps you're just the spring of lifeness. The spring of lifeness? I need to cure the stagnant world outside. Go tell the people that the world shall never be what it was, and the black blood syndrome will spread to every corner of the world. See for me, see how those in their hypocritical facade plundering the others of everything. See the feebleness of man as you are reborn anew in the future I design for mankind. When you open your eyes again, you are far removed from the darkness moments ago. Instead, you find yourself sprawled across the floor at the entrance of the lab. Okay, we even get return. The room descends into darkness as you switch the lamp off. You still find no solace from the blackness, but at least it's some... Okay, we had that. The issue of... mm, okay, from that point on, it was the return ending where we didn't destroy the monolith. And it's also called Escape the Nightmare. You succeed in escaping the isle but fail to repel the nightmare. You fail to save your companions. You fail to stop the black blood syndrome from spreading. Hmm. Okay, let's overwrite this ending. And then I will make a cut here, and till next time I will see if There are other endings by leaving my companions behind, by rushing here without searching anything. Yeah, those will be the endings that I will try. I'll let you know if I find them or if I get to anything else. Maybe those were um, those locked options that we had, but I couldn't take. Maybe because I was too slow. We will see. So then, bye!